Hello, amazing art students. We're back to do the next section of our flamingo painting. By now you have your sky and your marsh done, and we're going to work on today the plants in the background. Before we do that, however, make sure that you have your newsprint for the background and that you have your paints and water in the middle of the table so that everybody can reach it. The next thing we're going to do now is start to add some green back here. Now, if you have not totally finished the sky and you totally haven't finished the marsh, you definitely want to do that. Here's why. When you start to put the grass in and the reeds or cattails or whatever you decide to make, you're going to want to have your water in the background and your sky in the background. For example, in this one, I don't have the sky completed, and so you can see these little gaps of white in here. Same thing with the water. I didn't finish the blue-green color on the lagoon. I have all of these white gaps that I'm either going to have to fill in with marsh, which can sometimes be tricky. So you just want to make sure that the background is done, like in this example, here and here, so that you have this white gap. So as we begin to add the green, we're going to use just a little bit of red to create a nice brown, and it gives a great natural tint to the reeds or weeds or whatever they may be that are in your background. To do that, I'm just going to start with some strokes that begin in the water and go up into the sky area. Just add a little bit of red in there, and it's going to start to create some brown. Sometimes when you get have it a little bit too dark, you can also add a little bit of yellow. That looks really nice too. And what you want to do is have these go all the way up and come out at different levels. So some higher, some lower. Some all the way into the water, some starting maybe at the horizon line here in your middle ground. As you get the marsh filled in, if you want to add some cattails or some different plants, you're welcome to look up different types of things to add in the background where your flamingo is going to be standing. But once you have those colors, and you just want to continue to fill in everything, including around the flamingo's body and the tail. So I'll show you an example here where I just added the green right around the tail. It just painted around my flamingo. And if you accidentally get a little bit of green on the flamingo's body, don't worry, because we are doing the flamingo last. So anything that is there will be dried by the time we start the flamingo, and you won't see the green. You're going to paint right over it. In fact, this that's outlined in black now on the contour of your flamingo is going to be painted over with black eventually. So any color that's showing through the flamingo's color, if you do see some green there, you're going to actually fill in these little outlines with black anyway, so that won't matter too much. So what you want to do is just go ahead and keep going. Oops. Bringing the grass up from the water. Don't forget to add a little bit of red to create that brown tint. If you decide that you want to use a little bit of black, I just urge you to be real careful with the black, because it can easily make everything too dark. So you want to get a much thinner brush if you're going to start adding in black, just so you can add a little bit at a time to see how you like it. So go ahead and finish all the way around your flamingo. Remember to bring the marsh up, fill in any spaces maybe that you accidentally didn't cover. Like here I've got a little bit of white in my background. That should be blue. So I'm just going to add some grass here. Want a few taller ones. Once you've got that complete, we'll start working on the color of the flamingo's body.